It's super hard.
Taylor
Like
Swift.
you want to be a little unique. So then the last thing you wanna, if you are unique, then it's super hard to say you are, like, oh, this genre like as is. So yes, we are a little goth for sure. Sometimes some of our sound is a little rock, but then there's all this electronic that can have a dancey, almost disco vibe to it, which I think is, we like it because it brings a little bit of like dance to this darkness, right? Because originally our tunes are pretty dark, and then if you had those beats that drive a little bit the foot tapping, then it's a win.
I kind of consider it's like Evanescence meets Billie Eilish meets Nine Inch Nails.
Which one of the two of you in the band? Which one of you guys in the band? Which one of you two in the band is more picky when it comes to what sounds good? Like, is there one that's like, no, it's not ready yet? He's the more picky one. She's like, it's good. Let's go. It sounds great. And Raphael's like, hold on a second. Hold on. There's this one little beep right there I don't like. We gotta make it a little bit louder.
Not that bad.
No.
Okay, good.
There's she's pretty easygoing, except that sometimes there's like this one thing she really cares for.
Yeah.
And then
great, Sebastian. Now we're gonna break up a band. You're gonna have to fight right here on your show because, like, I didn't know you noticed that about the time. Well, I'm telling you. You know what? Forget you. I'm out of here.
Okay, and then, were you done answering that question? I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, I mean, I think, since I'm more I do more of the producing part, like the recording, etc. I'm more the technology part. So obviously I have a little bit more of a control on that side. But again, as I said, Eva will drill on something. And then I iterate until we're all happy. But again, just two to be, it's only two people to be pleased here, so it's fairly easy.
It is. And Sam deals with lots of different bands and lots of different, like 4 or 5 people in a band one time. And when I went to Sam, I was like, dude, help me out with my podcast. He was kind of like, I don't do podcasts. And I was like, but I'm just one dude. You got to worry about one guy, just one person. And then Sam's kind of took me under his wing, became the executive producer, and in 2 weeks, week and a half, actually, we made all kinds of changes. So I do want to ask Sam a question that Raphael touched base on earlier. We were talking about touring and gaining fans, and you were kind of like, is it worth it to play at a bar that has 50 people? Sam, what's your take on touring? And do you think that your fan base, you're going to get more fan base from touring, or do you think social media and advertising is a better way?
It is better to build a fan base online by spending money through ads and doing that kind of thing. And then start branching out, playing shows regionally. Don't go crazy. Don't be trying to go east to west and west to east or anything crazy like that. Build that fan base. But then again, these are only clicks. They are not true fans. You don't quite know if they're a true fan until you get out there and you play, and they come walking through the front door. They buy you some merchandise. They tell you how much they love you, and they want to take pictures, and they want to share and stuff like that. That's when they become the actual fan, because they're now actually a part of your life via watching you up on stage. Because a band or an artist has a make or break moment with that person individually on stage. They're either going to like them, or, well, 3 things. Like them, or, they're okay. I still like their music, but they suck live, or something like that. Or they truly do not like them. So that's kind of the make or break moment. And this day and age, you don't need to go out there and go east to west, west to east. You take that money that you're going to be spending doing that and put it into your advertising, your production, your videos, stuff like that. Get that ball rolling. If you can get into a video game, movie, TV, stuff like that, because that's going to help. So touring, it's a little thing. You're still going to play in front of those 15 people for sometimes, and it's just the way it is. But it's better if you have the time and if you can do this long term. It's better to start out at least your first year pumping money online, because this day and age of trying to get on tours and doing that is not working.
I do want to bring up the fact that, and you already probably knew a lot of this, Ava, your dad, your father, is the guitar player for Depeche Mode, correct?
Yes.
So, yeah, he does keyboarding and backup vocals also, right? Like he's one of the founding members of Depeche Mode.
I say he's the everything. If
yeah, he's the main songwriter.
Sebastian, he's
composer.
What? Okay,
he's the songwriter. He's the one that created.
What was it like growing up with your dad going on tours and then you doing your music now? And does he have any push with you guys and what you guys are trying to do, or is it like you got to do it on your own, like we did it? But does he support you guys as well?
Growing up, it was hard. He was gone a lot. I had a really close relationship growing up with him because like music always connected with me, and I pretty much always wanted to do this since I can remember. I kind of took a break from it though for a long time because I was afraid of like who my dad is, being a shadow and all that. But then being in this band, he does support us as a band, but he doesn't like put any influence into it or anything like that. So like it's all us, and I mean of course we attract his fans just from like my last name or whatever, but
I'm amazed he didn't talk you out of it. What are you doing, honey? No, don't do this. Don't do this. You know, my daughter, I was like, look, after right around 15, I was like, you're your own person anyways, so. And now she's in college, and we thought we were going to head down the music path, YouTuber music path, and I said, is this what you really want? Because it's a lot of hard work, and it doesn't always end up the way it's supposed to. So if you want to if this is what you want to do, go for it. But so yeah, I just talked all my out of it.
A lot can be said about a lot of the same can be said about anything that is a little extraordinary, right? Like if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to be if you want to run a restaurant, if you play, work in video games, you want to be a YouTuber, influencer, anything that is a little out of the norm is going to be out of extraordinary effort and luck and everything. So you're signing up for pain as soon as you go for like outside of those just like doing school.
That's that's a very good statement, and I know that I'm an entrepreneur, and it does take away a lot from the family. And Sam and I know that we do a lot of stuff that does take away. And so hopefully I do a podcast for the rest of my life, and I get to sit in my house and talk to people and not travel. That'd be kind of cool. Hey, I did see your Facebook video, and I don't know if it was I don't know if it was a concert you guys played or just like a Facebook Live thing, but you guys had some smoke in the background, and that was a super awesome video. So when you guys do your live shows, are they going to be similar to that kind of atmosphere that you want on stage?
Yeah, I mean it's what you see behind there, like the lights and all that. We did spend a lot of effort re-getting that to the level where it is now, and hopefully it's gonna keep growing. But yeah, the lights are synced with Logic Pro, so that to the beats, to the songs themselves. So it's almost like we can play a layer of lights on top of the music. It's another layer of expression. It's another layer of communicating our sound, our vibe to people. So when there's a big kick sound, there's like the flash as well.
Right.
Like a weird mysterious thing, then you go like the brrr, with the red lights or whatever.
That's cool, man.
So yeah, that's a really cool thing, and that's what we bring when we play on stage as well in venues. It's it's a pain in the butt because we have to carry all that and set it up, and you know how venues want you to set up and be done in 15 minutes. They want to set up in 15 minutes and unset up in 15 minutes. More and more impossible with today's more sophisticated
equipment. Yeah, absolutely. I do want to ask you a question. I want to give Scott Grayson a shout out for hooking us up together, because I know you work out at his CrossFit gym, right? He's in a band called School for the Deaf. Huh? You used to?
I used to, yeah. I was at this CrossFit gym for 4 years, and then I moved away from the house that I was. I moved to a different house, more south. So then I changed CrossFit gym, but we're still friends. We're still text and phone. So
I got to tell you something funny. So today I decided I'm going to get back into my circuit training. Like, I used to work out, but it wasn't CrossFit. It was like boot camp circuit training, right? Well, I made the mistake of eating a really heavy lunch earlier. Like, I'm talking like chicken wings, French fries, like everything I shouldn't eat, right? And then I decided I was going to do my first circuit training as ab day, abs and leg day. I don't recommend anybody do sit-ups or crunches and the mountain climb exercise after eating 18 wings.
Sounds right.
That would be that's a bad idea, Sebastian. You know, the older you get, the more you can make these choices not to do this. It's less failure if you don't do it. Be like, you know what? I don't work out. That's what it is. So I don't have to worry about. But this body, I don't have six pack. I got a cake.
All right, the song you guys have, Eyes of Orion. What is it? That's a kind of a neat name. Normally I don't even ask bands where they get their names from, but I do want to ask you that after we play this song. Eyes of Orion, what's this song about?
Eyes of Orion is this. You know, there's a lot of it's different stories in there which have a common theme of forgiveness and how karma get back at you in some ways that at the end of the day, you know, you got to be good to people because people will be good to you.
That's right. All right, this is Eyes of Orion, Weird Wolves.
So high, the debt of love, the price of hate. The second wind is sweet and safe. You wonder why. Like a queen in the crown. The sound chords, the eyes of the revenge comes with inflation, the debt of love, the price of hate. It's time to show your face, little sister, come round.
There we go with Eyes of Orion by Weird Wolves. What's cool about that song, Ava, is your voice in that is very like melodic sound. It's kind of going in and out of the music. It just makes you kind of want to groove your head to it, you know? Did you write all the lyrics to that yourself, or do you have any influence from Raphael?
Actually, Eyes of Orion is mostly a Raphael song.
Okay, cool. So then he just kind of told you what to say on it. and you just kind of went with it. Your voice is almost mesmerizing in the way it sounds in that song. So good job with that. So you got